Hello and welcome, everybody. It is the Inferno, episode 28, where we are talking about feeding the good wolf or the bad wolf. And so it seems there's a lot of people in our society that like to feed that bad wolf. We're talking about being in situationships with a narcissist or toxic person. And today's topic is the cell phone. Boy, oh boy, if we knew what was all in the cell phone of a narcissist. What the cell phone does is reveals the true character of the person that you've been interacting with. And if you start questioning them about their cell phone, activity, they're going to tell you that you're invading their space. They're going to make you feel insecure when you start questioning them about their cell phone. Don't allow them to gaslight you because they're super good at it. The modern day technology can be used for good or it can be used for ill. So the narcissist, toxic person, the cheaters that they are, they just cannot get enough supply from them cell phones. They will download apps and then uninstall apps, dating sites, pornography. They love social media. All of that supply right at their fingertips. I'm going to be sharing continually on my channel of the experiences that I went through with a narcissistic, toxic, covert cheater. But I'm also going to share other tips so that you can address this in your life and make sure that you are not getting sucked into the chaos with these people, if they're even people, because they will take and gaslight you. They're going to tell you you're insecure. They're going to tell you you're the toxic person when you start questioning their behaviors. Now, I'm not just talking about people utilizing their technology and their cell phones in a modern day, because I know a lot of people always have cell phones on them. There's a rare set of people who do not, and God bless you. However, I was thinking about how much of an open book I am with my cell phone currently, now that I'm single, but also when I was in this fake unequally yoked marriage. My cell phone sat around. The only thing that I did that might raise question with somebody would be that I flipped it upside down so the camera was face down. Other than that, readily available for anybody to pick it up. I never had an issue with feeling the need to be shady on my cell phone. And even when I was on Facebook years ago, I did have, just one sticking out, a gentleman who private messaged me, who I had lovely interaction with when I was younger and had the biggest crush on him, try to reach out to me through private messenger. And because I was married and faithful, I shot him down. I actually regret it now, but I just was basically like, I'm a faithful wife, and yep, I drew the line and had a healthy boundary of I'm not into being a cheater. But that is not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the revelations and the deviousness that is held within the cell phone of a toxic, cheating narcissist. Again, like I said, they love their apps. They'll install an app. Years ago, Tinder was on this ex-husband's phone, but he had uninstalled it and it was still somewhere in the phone, and I found it. Of course, I got gaslit. No, I was never on it. Again, the only reason I believe my legal marriage lasted as long as it did is because he worked out of town. It was easier for him to cheat. I digress. Thank you. I am Lady Virgo. If you're new here today, we're talking about narcissistic, cheating, shape-shifting, trifling, toxic narcissist, and there's plenty of them out there. And the covert kind can be very good, and they can fly under the radar. But again, if you're in a healthy relationship, like myself, I would just hand you my phone with no questions about it, no problem. A narcissist won't do that. They're going to look at you and say, you're invading my space and you're insecure. No, because their cell phone holds the truth to what they are, and it isn't good. If you didn't go into their phone, it's probably a good thing. Hopefully you parted ways with them by now. So some narcissists will have more than one cell phone because, they have to always have more than just one supply source out there. So some of them will have two phones. What I had happen within the situation shit that I was in, the little cheating bastard would change his phone number. I would say within the 12 years that I lived with him, he probably changed his number about 7 times at the very least. So they'll just cut and sever and tie, right? He worked out of town. He had to change his number the last time he came home from working out of town because whoever he was fucking while he was out of state had his number because he hooked up with people through Tinder and then Facebook Messenger. So they love the social media platforms and those private messages, So another thing that happened that I witnessed was towards the end when he started having another source of supply when he worked here more closer to home was his phone became under lock and key. And a lot of people do have passcodes on their phone. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the toxic narcissist. They'll go to the bathroom with their phones. They'll go to the bedroom and text and send dick pics or breast pics of their other supply right in the bedroom of the home that you share. The phone will become more under lock and key. The dude thought I was stupid, told me I knew, just didn't probably want to believe it, but oh, by the way, I got a new passcode on my phone because of identity theft. Bullshit lie. So, not being able to get into their phone at all. They won't leave their phone laying around. All red flags. Because if you're in an open, healthy relationship, you could take my phone anytime. I should be able to take your phone anytime. Nothing to hide, right? Not a narcissist. So texting habits of the narcissist, when they're running their parallel sources, 1, 2 or more, 2, 3 or more, I should say, they'll hook, line, and sinker you, texting you nonstop, sending you those kissy emojis, hope you're having a good day, beautiful, and all the while they're doing the same shit to other people. That's what was happening in my situation with my soon ex-husband. He'd text me in the morning, what are you doing today? Are you coming to town? It was because he was taking the bitch to the Thai restaurant in town while he was married to me. Again, all the shady shit that toxic, cheating narcissists do. They can't get enough. I don't know how they even keep up with it all, nor would I even want to be honest with you. Running all these parallel lives and being shady in general. So they love their porn. It's at their fingertips. It's an easy hit of supply. Again, narcissists are all about the fleshly quick hits of dopamine. They are drug addicts in all aspects, whether it be supply, pornography, alcohol, drugs, gambling, anything, because they are the true tricksters that cannot fill their empty cup because they're not going to God and the Holy Spirit to fill it. They're looking for all those fleshly things outside of themselves. So again, I already talked about this too, the dating apps, full of them, full of narcissists, full of cheaters that are, cheating behind their spouse's back. I was on one dating website in my early 30s. Instantly knew that wasn't for me. It's so easy for people to put on a mask through technology. The true, genuine intimacy in a relationship should be face-to-face, be able to talk, and then all of the texting and whatnot and phone calls should be secondary. You should be able to sit down with somebody, break bread, get to know somebody genuinely. And that was another red flag in the situation that I was in too. 12 years with this thing, could not hold a fucking conversation for the life of me. And really, if you think about it, they're quite boring, but they can text away. They can send you those emojis. And the crazy part is, and I'll be honest, as a married woman, when he worked out of town, I would send him pictures of myself. He would send them to me all the time too. I thought it was something that was keeping the marriage alive and spicy and this, that, and the other. Had I known it was just him in his shady ass devious behavior, and that he does it with everybody. It wasn't nothing to do with me being the wife, right? So they love to send those dick pics. They love to send those titty pics. All of the shade is found in their phone. And if they have a problem handing over the phone to you, you might as well just fucking get rid of them. Because again, you could ask me at any time to see my phone and I would have no problem handing it over to you. So another thing to look out for too is they will program their source of supply. I'm going to talk is in the he aspect for myself. There are just as many female narcissists as there is male narcissists. So for instance, you know, the ex could program his supply under a female name or a male name, because she does have a unisex name. So, you know, here's one of the people that I listen to. Leon could be under Leona or vice versa. So they'll program that supply. They'll program their supply's name under a family member's name. They're just shady. And the amount of energy that they take in their life to be so shady is just like, what a fucking waste, right? So the main thing about their cell phones is it, not only holds the true character of who they are, but it also gives them a huge source of supply. I know towards the end, before I became single again, he would take that phone in the bathroom. We had a new passcode. His ringer went on silent. Tennessee Whiskey was always my song when I called him or texted him. All of a sudden, that went silent. Do not ignore these things, you guys, because trust me, I did. And my intuition was screaming. And I guess I just didn't want to believe that I was sleeping with the fucking enemy, but I was. So make sure you're on it. If somebody thinks that you're invading their space and you're in a relationship, supposed to be, especially a marriage or a long-term relationship, and they have a problem with their cell phone, I wouldn't ignore it if I were you. Don't ignore it. So again, they'll use that cell phone with their next supply. In this instance, it was his coworker. He'd be sending me texts to find out where I was at if I was coming to town. He'd be sending her a little morning text, good night text. In between, if I ran into the store and he sat in the car, he'd be love bombing, giving them emojis, keeping them hungry for that next hit because, oh, I'm so interested in you. No, they're not interested in you. They're interested in anything. Any warm body will do. Male or female will do. Co-workers will do. Family members, all their flying monkeys are all sources of fuel for these toxic fucking cheating narcissists. So they'll start using the technology to smear you as well. So when you're in the moment of devalue and you're starting to be disengaged, to, get knocked down off the pedestal of your fuel source to them, and they're ready to monkey branch off to the next supply, they're going to use that technology to start smearing you as well. Hence, had I known I was being smeared and triangulated with the biological mother the entire 12 years that I knew this person. So they're going to use that technology to start smearing you when they are feeling like you are low on fuel and they got a new fuel source that doesn't know who they are yet. And they'll be smearing you and sending them little emojis of kisses and this, that, and the other all the while. So this dude I didn't even know the dude was back on Facebook. Never thought for a second that I had to worry about it. And that's because you can send longer sexual explicit videos through private messenger on Facebook than you can just regular cell phone numbers. So downloading that Facebook app, downloading that Tinder, downloading those other apps so they can send the videos, because, right through the straight phone number, you can't do that. It's like 30-second videos, I think, through a regular phone number. So again, I just want to sum this up. What are some of the things that you noticed with a toxic narcissist in that cell phone? I will give this, there was behaviors that were happening that were not setting well with me, and God was pointing me in the right direction. There's two instances towards the end. One was I asked to see his cell phone because he was here and he was being shady. He holds it up, scrolls through it, never handed it to me. I ended up apologizing to him for my insecurities. And I was dead on. Never will that shit happen again to me. If I ask my significant other to see their cell phone and they have a problem with it, line in the sand, done with that piece of shit, because they're cheating. Whether it be just through technology or whether it be emotionally or physically. Fuck that. You're worth more than that, and so am I. Another instance, drunk, passed out, sleeping on the couch, mind you. That cell phone right on the chest. Got a video of it because I recorded him. He was having terrible sleep apnea type symptoms. Cell phone on the chest, beer by the head. Sleeping on the couch one night, took his cell phone. It's under lock and key. Can't get into it under passcode. Put it in my safe. Again, this was a legal marriage, so don't come on my channel and tell me I was being stalker. It was because my intuition was telling me to look, and I was spot on. He woke up when I had his cell phone, and I just got the death stare. So when you're on to the toxic narcissist cheater, you are now public enemy number one, because the facade, the deviousness, the deception, and the cheating that they are, they don't like to be exposed. And again, they always run parallel, if not more than that, fuel source supplies. I'm just going to ask you this today. If your body knows and is questioning any of the signs that I've told you about that cell phone of the narcissist, those apps, that social media, and you confront that and you start getting projected on and blamed as insecure, gaslit, cut off all of your fuel source, because you are so much more worthy than that. Never doubt your intuition. That is the biggest key to this. And the more and more that narcissists are revealed, they can go out there and join that social media land and get hooked up with each other. Let them destroy each other and take the good, godly people out of the equation. I hope that you got something here that you can take with you into consideration. Always trust your God-given intuition. And until the next time, shalom, shalom.